Welcome back, everyone. For today's video, we are once again going to be playing against the famed chess.com bot. Now, the bot in question is a new bot on the site called quote unquote the mastermind with a rating of 2650. So I'm going to play against the mastermind. I'm going to play on challenge. I'm going to start with the white piece in the first game, or actually let's start with black to give myself a slight advantage in the mini match, and off we go. All right, so here we go. We get the move e4 being played. I will play the move e5. Now, the reason I'm going to play the move e5 here is I'm going to try to be very, very stable here and play a standard position. Let's go knight c6, guarding the pawn on e5, and let's see what the mastermind does. So we get the move bishop b5. Now, I could play the move knight to f6, which would be the classic Berlin defense. Now, because I don't know how strong this bot is, I'm going to stick to basics and try to be very solid. So I'm going to go knight f6, we get castles. Now I'm going to play the move knight takes pawn on e4, and we get the move d4. Let's go knight to d6, attacking the bishop on b5, we get takes. And this, of course, was the opening that the famous former world champion Vladimir Kramnik used to defeat Garry Kasparov. So this, of course, is the Berlin system here. You offer the trade of the queens. Now, my opponent plays move queen to e2. This is not the best move. Normally, if we've reached this position, white should trade the queens and go into the endgame. So I'm going to play the move knight to d4 here. Should be knight takes, knight, queen takes. We get queen e4. This is a move that I vaguely recall seeing. Normally white takes on d4, so I think I'm going to trade the knights. This might be wrong, by the way. And I think the move I'm going to play here is the move queen to d5, offering the trade of the queens. Now, I assume it's going to play queen g3, or that's what I expected. We get queen f4 instead, and now I'm going to play the move bishop e6. Now, my idea here is to play queen to c4, trying to force the queens off the board, because in the long run, I have the two bishops here, and I should be doing very well. Now, this spot seems a little bit weak to me based on the opening play here. We've reached an endgame where I have the two bishops here. I do have these double pawns on top of each other, but overall, it should be a very pleasant position for me to play. Now, what I'm going to play here is I'm going to play the move bishop to e7. Now, the reason I'm going to play this move is that I want to stop white from playing bishop g5, and potentially I want to play the move rook to d8, forcing the trade of the rooks. So we get bishop to e3. Now, rook to d8 maybe is a move here. White might be able to grab the pawn. I'm honestly not sure if I can get away with rook to d8, so I think what I'm going to play instead is I'm going to play something more solid. And the move I'm going to play is this move h6. Main reason, just to stop anything like knight e4 and bishop g5. Let's retreat with the bishop. We get knight to e4. Okay, we get knight e2, which is actually a very good move. And already I think I've messed up my chance of winning this game. So I guess I'll go a5 here. Push this pawn forward. White goes h3. I can play bishop to f5 here. f6 is also a decent move. Rook to d8 also pretty decent. I'm a little bit worried if I go rook d8, this pawn might become weak. So I think... Actually, can I castle here? I realize it's not like a Berlin. The queens were never traded. So actually here I can just castle if I want. So I think that is, if I castle, I don't know. Castle's knight d4, g4, knight f5. Could be a little bit unpleasant. So I think I'll play rook d8 here. Goes knight d4. I'll retreat my bishop back to c8 here. d7 also possible as well. We got c3, logical. So I'm trying to figure out why I didn't play bishop d7 right away. Okay, let's castle the king. Play rook to e8 here. Tickle the pawn on e5. We get g4. Let's go rook e8. Probably will get f4, maybe knight f5 also. King g2. Okay, now I'm going to go bishop to f8, pressuring the pawn on e5 in this position. We get the move f4. And now I think I'm going to play this move f6 here to hit the pawn on e5. c5 also a move, b6, bishop b7 playable. But the thing is, white has this big center here, all these pawns that are advanced. So f6 makes a lot of sense here. If takes, I win the bishop. If e6, I can take. So we get knight to f3. Now I could take e5 here. In fact, I think I'm going to do that right away. You get rook takes rook. I take back. Probably knight takes pawn is what I expect to be played. He does that. Let's go bishop to e6 with the idea of bishop d6 and bishop d5. a4 also a move here potentially to soften the pawn structure. I could do it. Bishop d6 is fine as well. So I think I'll go bishop d6 here. Attack the knight. Probably equal. Probably can't claim any kind of advantage here, but I also shouldn't be worse. Okay, it goes rook to d1. Let's go rook to e8. Pressure on the e file here potentially. We got c4. I'm going to go a4 here, try to weaken this pawn chain if I can. Get king g3. Wonder if I can play b5 here. g5 also maybe a move. Maybe g5 is interesting. Kind of want to go g5, but I'm wondering... Actually, let's just go for it. Let's go g5. See what it does. We get rook d2, logical move. Can play bishop to f7 maybe. I feel like I should be better here somehow. I think I'm gonna go. I can also trade the pawns. Actually, I think I'm just gonna trade and then go bishop f7 here. Bishop to e5 would just simply be a draw, most likely. Do I have anything else? Takes bishop f4, bishop c4, knight c4, rook c4. That does nothing. b5. What about b5? If I go b5, knight c6, I have bishop c4. Okay, let's go b5 here. Knight c6, I have bishop takes c4. If h4, I can obviously take the pawn. Why not? Get pawn takes. This probably is headed towards draw. I actually realized maybe I could have played bishop takes c4 back here with takes and gf4. Probably still a draw, but could have been kind of interesting. Probably just a draw anyway. So, okay, h4. Let's see. What do I do here? Rook f8's move. Rook a8, also a move. c5, also a move. It doesn't do a whole lot, though. But I think I will play c5 here. I'm going to fix the pawn structure here so white cannot push the pawn to remove the bishop on the diagonal. We get rook b2. And now how do I try to improve? Rook a8 is a move here. Bishop e5 is simply a draw. I can go rook to 8. I think I'm going to go rook to 8. I'm going to try to win this game. I basically feel that I can never lose here in these end games. Maybe I can if I'm not careful, but it feels like it should be almost impossible to lose. Okay, so here I don't want to take f4. Rook to a3 is potentially a move, but rook a3, king e4, and I have nothing. So I guess I'm going to settle for the draw here. I'll take. It's going to take. I guess I go rook a4 maybe. Yeah, let's go rook a4. Attack the pawns. This is going to be a draw. Not a very, very exciting first game here, but so be it. So I'll take. It's going to take the pawn. Not really a whole lot I can do. I'll take the pawn. Symbolically, I'm up a pawn here, but the pawns are going to come off the board, so it's simply a matter of making the draw. I guess I'll go. How do I want to do this? I guess I'll just go back. Why not? Probably will play bishop g5. I'll go rook g4. Probably c4 here. Just go c4. Only problem I realize this computer might play out for 50 moves here, but shouldn't be a problem. I take. I guess I'll just go check. Probably try to trade the rooks here. Hopefully it trades. Yeah, it just trades. So I'm just going to sack the pawn, and the first game will end in a draw. Okay, so pretty solid bot. I would say it didn't. Its opening was pretty stable, but it missed some stuff. Oh, is it just going to play 50 moves here? I guess I can just force the draw though. Okay, there we go. Okay, so let's do a actually I'll do a rematch, but I want to play with the white pieces. So let's go back. Let's play with the white pieces. Okay, let's go. Second game. Gonna play with the white piece now. I think I'm gonna play knight f3 and g3, play a very slow ready system. Could play b3, could play e4, but I think I have a pretty good feel for what the weakness of this bot is, which is that it doesn't seem to have great positional understanding in the middle game. So I'm going to play something very slow, try to get the game going, and then look for more. So let's go d3. I'm going to play knight d2 and e4. Very standard ready setup here. I could go c4 as well, which is kind of interesting here. Knight c6 is a weird move, actually, as I think about it. I'm going to play the move e4. I assume it's going to play e5. No, it goes d6. Okay, so I guess I'll just play h3. The main reason behind h3 to stop bishop g4, pinning the knight. Okay, now it goes bishop e6. Now, this is not correct. That much I'm sure of. But how do I play the position? So what I'm going to do here is something unusual. I'm going to go c4 because since black has not put any pawns in the center, I figure that I can claim a lot of space here with this pawn structure. Get knight d7, very reasonable move. I assume it's going to try to go knight e5 maybe? Although actually I'm a little bit confused. What is the idea of the bot? Is it to play f5, knight e5? I don't know. So I'm just going to go king h2. We get knight to e5, and now the move that I'm going to play here is not to take the knight. I have a slight weakness in the center of these pawns. I was going to go knight e1. He does have knight d4 followed by c5, and black gets a little bit of a grip here in the center, but it still shouldn't be the end of the world. That being said, I'm not happy with my position. So I guess I'll just go... I'll go knight e2. I'm going to try to trade some knights off. Hopefully this isn't a huge blunder. It goes c5. Now, this move is not a good move. I think the bot should have played knight c6 here, one of the knights, because now after I trade the knights, the knight on e5 is actually very misplaced, and I should have a free hand to start pushing my pawns and attacking very quickly on the king side here. Maybe not, actually. Feels like I should have an advantage. Let's see. How do I massage the position? Let's go b3 is a move. Knight f3, knight h4 is also a move. f5 is a move I'm considering, but I don't think it's correct. So I think what I'm going to do here is g4, f5. Doesn't look quite right. I think I'm going to go knight f3. And my idea here is that I eventually want to go g4. Queen b6 looks very, very weird to me. This is a move that I don't understand at all. Now, I thought I could play g4 here. I'm going to go for it. Why not? Let's attack on the king side here. Bishop d7. Okay, so it's really... The bot is asking me to attack. And, I mean, it's hard for me to resist, frankly. So, what do? I don't want to play f5. b3 is a move. Rook e1's move. I'm going to go b3 here. Now, the reason I'm going to play b3 is that I want to do something on the king side, but I don't want to hang this pawn. I want to bring the bishop into the game. f5 is a move here if I want it. What else can I do? Let's think about this. e5 is not a move. f5 could be a move, but I still think I have time to play bishop d2. Goes e6. So now I think the bot is definitely going to try to play f5 and open up the center of the board here with the two rooks. I could play g5. I don't love it. f5 doesn't look right. Knight h4 is an interesting move here. Probably not a great move, but it's interesting. Queen e1 and knight h4 are also interesting. I'm going to go knight h4 though. And the reason is I'm trying to prevent f5 because then the pawn will hang on g6. Okay, knight b4, probably a very good move, by the way. Now if I go bishop to e1, this seems okay. I'm guarding the pawn. The bishop guards the knight here. We got a5. If I go a3, it's going to go knight a6. So I feel like I should be better here, but proving it is going to be very difficult. f5 is definitely an option now. Do I want to play it? I think I'm going to go for it. This might be very risky, but I'm going to go for it. Okay, we got this. Check. King h1. Of g5, I go knight f3. King h7 is actually probably a very, very good move that I kind of overlooked. Overlook's the wrong word to use. Didn't overlook it. I kind of underestimated it. Okay, so how do I play now? Knight f3 is a move at some point. This knight is very pesky. It's pressuring this pawn here permanently. It's kind of a slight problem. I can move the queen. I can go a3, b4 maybe. Actually, yeah, let's go a3. Kick the knight. If he goes back, I'm going to go b4 here. In fact, I think actually now that I'm thinking back to this position, I could have played a3 and b4 right away, which would have been a lot better than this. But anyway, beggars can't be choosers. We got knight c6. Bishop f3 is a move. Kind of want to go rook a2 and rook f2 somewhere to attack if I can, but it's not easy. But still, I'm going to go for it. I'm going to try to swing the rook over, attack on the king side. Queen a7 looks like a bad move to me. I don't understand that move at all. I feel like I should be better here somehow. If I go rook f2, bishop g3, I take. Okay, let's go here. Stack the double stack here. I'm threatening to take the juicer on g6. Get g5. I'll go knight f3 to hit the bishop. Okay, I thought I could... Wait, can I sack? Wait a second. Knight g5. Queen h5. Wait, I think... is this not... Wait a second. Knight g5... Wait, knight g5, h5. Queen h5. King g7 takes is winning. King g8. f6. g3. Rook f5. Bishop f5. Very, very messy. Feels like this should be winning somehow after takes. So I go knight takes pawn, takes queen h5, king g8, f6, bishop g3. Oh, then I have queen h6. Then I have queen h6 and I get a lolly mate. Actually, I have a queen h6 with a lolly mate, which probably nobody understands what I'm referring to. But it does blunder. The computer has blundered here. So now it's time to capitalize. Now if I go queen h5... takes f6, that would be a transmission of the previous line. So if I go queen h5, I don't know, this looks correct because takes f6 would be the same line. Bishop g7, that's what I expected. I'll bring my knight back. It could take the pawn on a3, but I'm not really worried about my queen side here because these pawns shouldn't really matter. So I'll take. Maybe I'd f6 there, which might have just been winning immediately, but still, I just go here. There's bishop f4. You get queen f6. Now it's just a matter of conversion. There is bishop takes a5, which is a second pawn here. Not sure if I should take it or play a4 here. Probably all roads lead to Rome. So I'm just going to go for the double stack on the g file to attack. You get d5. That's actually a move that I kind of missed d5. Still probably winning, but I gave him a little bit of... I gave the bot a little bit of counterplay here. Okay, a4 I can take. Rook g1 should just be winning here with bishop takes h6. Okay, now it takes the pawn. Okay, so now it's a matter of conversion. Let's trade. Okay, now I win the game. Queens come off the board. The bishop is weak, and now I just win. I could go f6. Honestly, I'm just gonna take the pawn because why not? I'm gonna play bishop to e4. Actually, let's sack the rook, and then I take this rook, go rook e2, and now bishop e4, and this is just very simple. There we go, rook e2, bishop e4, or takes. Just reach the end game. Start pushing the pawns. I have d7, bishop g4. Oh, whoops. Did I just... Oh, wait. Did I just do that? Oh, my gosh. That's such a huge... It's still winning, I think, but that's so... That's so unnecessary. What was that by me? Okay, so if I take king here, a5, king f2, a6, rook g8, a7, that should be winning, but if I go here... Rook e7, king takes f3, rook there. Yeah, this has to be winning. If this isn't winning, I don't know what is winning. I'm up 3 pawns here. Okay, so I'm just going to start pushing my pawns up the board. I mean, my pawns should be too fast here, to be honest, but I'm not 100% sure. So let's go... Wait a second. If I go a6, f4, a7. a6... should be fine. I have check. Really sloppy for me, but a7, f3, rook g8, and that's winning. I've rook b8, f3, rook b8, f2, and I just take. Let's go check. If king h3, I can run my king over, and the wide peepos will rule the day. I've got the wide peepos here, so now I win. Actually, it's very weird. I just noticed I've got all these sets of pawns. It's very unusual to have 2 sets of double stacks on both sides. I'm just gonna move my king to f2 here. Okay, now I assume I queen. I go like queen f6. If this isn't winning, I don't know what is. Let's go queen f6, hit the pawn. Go here, take the pawn, queen f5. Let's go check. Should be winning. And there goes. There goes my alarm to wake me up at 7:50 in the morning. Okay. Let's take the pawn. Actually, I unplugged my headphones too. Okay, let's take. You get this move. Okay, now the matters. How do I finish this game? With two extra pawns here, this is just very clean. I can just push the pawn. This should just be winning, right? I think this is winning, right? Yeah, he's outside the box. There we go. Get the queen. That's going to make for a lot of hilarious comments in the video. Okay, so we queen the pawn. Let's go here, run the king up. Just going to checkmate in a very standard way with the king and the queen. Let's go check. Let's go king e5. King has to move somewhere here. Let's go check. Let's go here. And we are going to get the win. Checkmate. So let's do one more game with black. I feel like playing one last game. I'm going to try really hard to win this one. Yeah, I'm going to try really hard to win this, actually. But I feel like in general, what I'm going to do with this one is now that I think I've identified the big weakness, I'm going to try to just beat it tactically. Because I think the big weakness this bot has is in the positional game. So let's go knight f6. Attack the pawn on e4. Can play knight g5. So it's going to go for the fry. I think this is called the El Figatello in Italiano, which is also known as the fried liver in English. Could play the Traxler, but I'm going to play this d5 line. It's probably going to take. Okay, let's go knight to a5. Attack the bishop. Let's go c6. Now, if the bot has a lot of programming, it will probably have this memorized very deep, and I'll end up in a lot of trouble very quickly. Oh, but it goes bishop e2, not bishop d3. Okay, so let's go h6 here. Attacking the knight. Knight h3 or knight f3 are both playable. We get knight h3. All right, now there are a couple ways to play this. I think the move that I'm going to play here is simply bishop to d6. Can go knight g1 or castle. It's going to castle, so I think the move I'm going to play here is knight to d5. I still can take this bishop at any or knight at any moment, or I thought I could take it here. Actually, that might have been a slight mistake by me to allow this, but okay. Now if I take cd5, that's not great. Knight f4 is not great. I think I'll just drop back to f6. I get d3. Now I could take the knight again if I want to. C5 is the move I think I should definitely take here. I do have a position that I would say is objectively probably a little bit worse here for me, which is not great. So I'm going to castle here. There is like bishop e3, which I missed, of course. I'll go back. My knight, not very good here on the rim, so I'm going to try to reroute it. It's not actually a very good position that I have here. Let's go knight c5, though. Maybe put some pressure on the pawn. Maybe put the knight back on e6. I have some squares I can use. Like rook c8, b4, knight e6, knight g5 could be something. So let's go here. I'm going to go knight e6 next move. Try to attack. Try to attack on the king side here with the knight. Now, I suspect that positionally, this bot should be much stronger than me, which is why the first couple of games I've avoided. But c5 actually looks a little bit weird to me because it gives me some chances now to start attacking. How do I want to do this? I can play queen d7. I feel like there should be something, maybe like a queen c7 and e4. Feels like there should be some way to attack. Maybe knight d4 here, sacking another rook, but that feels a little bit too bold. So I think the move I'm going to play here, knight g4 and queen h4 is definitely possible. I think the move I'm going to play is queen e7. And the reason I'm going to go queen e7 is that now after knight e4, I can go knight to d5. And there's a threat of f5 here. We get bishop f5, which I kind of overlooked very slightly, but I still can play g6 maybe to attack the bishop. If it takes, I take back with the queen. Now I'm hitting the pawn on h3. I've got oh, whoa, wait, is queen h3 not winning? Queen h3, bishop f8, knight f4. Wait, what am I missing? I think takes knight f4. Oh, is there queen g4? Oh, there's queen g4. I missed knight f6 and queen g4. Wait, but queen g4, I have king g7 maybe. Wait, okay, so I thought I was just winning with knight f4, but there's knight f6 and queen g4. Queen g4, king g7. Maybe I got a miracle here, actually. Maybe I got a miracle. Because this is forced. So I take and I go king g7. I think I might have just gotten a miracle because I have this move. And takes, I have knight f4. I have rook h8 also. Wait, what? Okay, a4. So now I just take. I did get a miracle. I should probably be winning here in this game. If I'm precise. I hit the pawn. If I'm precise, I should be winning, but being precise is not my forte. So I'm gonna go a6. I want to stop b5. We get d4. Let's go e4. E4 maybe a little bit questionable by me. That's still probably okay, but I take. Oh, still, it actually shouldn't be able to push the pawn, so it should probably be winning. Do I have knight e2? I have knight e2. I have knight e6. Knight e6. Rook d1. Rook h8. Rook b5, rook b5, tricky. Go knight e2. I think knight e2 is a good move, mainly because if rook takes b5, I take the pawn. If rook d1, I have knight c3. If rook e1. Okay, so wait, now this should be close to winning. Also, there's a big threat of rook h8 with checkmate. So let's take. Rook e4. Okay, so how do I convert this? Rook d8's not best. Knight e6. And bishop a7 should win the pawn, and I should win the game. I go here, win the pawn, and this probably is winning. It might take a little bit of technique. This should be a winning endgame in the long run. Now, if I go bishop c5, there might be rook c4, so I'm going to take with the rook. More than happy to trade. I go bishop d6 here. Okay, so I need to set this up. Let's see. How do I set this up? Okay, let's put the bishop on d4. It's just a solid square. I can go like king f5, bishop e5 here. I can go knight d4 maybe, f6 as well. Okay, why did I do that? F6, king e3. If I go knight f4, I'm gonna go f6 here next move. Try to guard everything. This should be winning, but it's not as trivial as I thought it should be. Yeah, it's not as trivial as it should be. Let's drop the knight back. Okay, rook c4. I guess I'll try to dominate the pawn. Let's go. Yeah, this is going to be very tricky to win. Very tricky. I should be winning here, but it's not going to be easy. I guess I'll go f5 here. This way I can drop the king back to f6. Let's go here. Now I've consolidated my position to some degree, but winning this is still not going to be super easy. Let's go like, I guess I'll go here and then bishop e7 maybe. Wait, did it blunder? Wait, go here. It has rook a4 still to hold the pawn. Oh, it's got rook a7 as well, which I didn't see. That's probably a very good move. So how do I win this pawn is on h4 is the question. Knight f4, king f3. There's no way to win the pawn. I go knight g7. Okay, I think I'm going to try to reroute my knight now. Let's go. Wait, let's go maybe here. And knight f6, king e6, both tricks. Let's go. It's still very hard. Okay, I'll go here. It's going to check. I can bring the king up, but I'm going to block. I really do want to win this game, though. I don't really want to make a draw this game. I have kind of outplayed the bot the whole way. So let's rotate the horse. King f1. Now, that is not a move that I expected. How do I win this, though? This is shockingly difficult. My knight can't attack this pawn ever. This is very tricky. This is actually extremely tricky. Okay, let's go back. I'm going to go king f7 next move. It goes rook a4. If I go here, a knight d5 maybe. Let's go here. Rook a4. I could play f4, but f4 there's still rook a6. Mind you, this should be a winning endgame, though. This should be winning. Feels like this should be winning. Maybe it's not, but of course, this was also slightly wrong by me too, I think, to put the pawn on f4. I go here, here. Let's go here. King e4 maybe. Check, walk the king up maybe. Okay, we get rook a6. Now this, I mean, this does feel like it should be winning somehow. Okay, so I guess if I take, that's not what I want. I go king f5, that's not what I want either. Bishop f6 allows king g2. So, okay, I'm going to take the pawn. Now I can go king f3, but there's still rook d6. How do I do this? f3 is not a move because of rook g4. I think I'll go here. If rook h6, I have bishop g5. Okay, now I feel like this must be winning for me. This feels like it must be winning with knight e4. Somehow this should be winning. I feel like if this isn't winning, I'm gonna feel very stupid. In fact, actually, maybe bishop f6 is just a bad move. I think it is just a bad move. Okay, let's see if I go. Can't go to d4. I go to, like, I don't know, c3 or something. It goes there. I guess I go here. My knight and my bishop are well placed. Maybe I can walk my king forward somehow here. Wait a second. It feels like this should be a mistake somehow. But I still don't have a good move. If I go here. Okay, I go here. Okay, I'm trying to put my knight on d2. Oh, wait. Maybe it just blundered. Wait, did it just blunder? No, it didn't just blunder, because it did not just blunder. I guess I'll go back with the bishop. I was so sure that this was winning, and but it's not. So I go here maybe. What I'm trying to do is I'm trying to walk my king up. Wait a second, but now can't I go here and maybe knight d2? Okay, I go check. King g1. I go here. No, but it's got rook d3. Such bad technique for me. And I think I can't. Can I actually not dodge somehow? I might not be able to dodge the checks. If I can wind my king back, I have chances, though. Maybe I can go like here. Okay, let's go like, guess here. D6. Go here. Rook H6. Okay, so now I've managed to force the rook off. Let's go back. Try to bring the king up. Still feel like there might be some way to win this. But I'm not a computer, so I almost certainly won't know how to do it. I go here. I go here. King F1. There's really no way to win this. Bishop D4, Rook D7. There's no way to win this. This is just a draw. Yeah, there's no way to win this. Well, that is a great pity. That is actually a great pity. I'll go back, play a few more moves. I think we're very close to 50 moves, though. Really a big pity. Yeah, if I go knight g4, there's nothing. If I go here, I'm trying to line it up somehow to coordinate. I go here. Rook h4. Wait, did it just blunt? Wait, did it just blunder? Wait, it just blunt. Oh no! I take with a bishop, I can sack the rook on f7 for stalemate. Wait, but I can take with a knight maybe? Wait. Did it blunder or did I... Wait. I go here? No, it blundered. I'm winning now. Wait, it just blundered. What did it just do? It just blundered the game away. Now I win. Or I should win. Wait a second. Okay, this should be winning. Let's just see. Let's go here. Put the bishop on g3. I go here. I'm gonna have to win rook and or knight and bishop versus I think king. Let's go. Maybe I just go like here perhaps. Okay, let's go here. F2. Okay, this should be winning. How do I want to do this? So I'm trying to go here. I take. Okay, so I will take and bring my king back. I mean, okay, it goes king g2. So the bot's not playing this super precisely because at the start you don't want to put the king in the same corner. Okay, so wait. So let's go here. Okay, so now I can play knight f2. That's one option. Let me try to remember this. This is one where you need to make the L shape. That's one way. It's gonna be very embarrassing if I mess this up. I just realized that. Okay, so let's go here. Bishop e5. We're on move. Capture is move 112. So okay, 112. Let's go here. Let's go here. Let's go here. Let's go here. I go knight d2 and then bishop d6. Go here. King c3. Bishop d6 cuts off the king. Wait, what's that? Okay, let's go here. Really don't want to mess this up. Let's go here. King a4. I have knight b3, knight c5, for example. Okay, and now... Okay, now I've got the setup. Now it's simply a matter of not messing this up. So, okay, if I go here, really doesn't matter which move I play. Let's go here, king a4. I have bishop c7, or knight b. Actually, knight b3 is good enough. I go knight c5, king d3, and the rest is very basic. King moves. I go here and GG. Okay, so now I just need to put the bishop here to cut off the king. King d1 and okay. Still so nervous playing this endgame, which is really funny. The capture was what move? It was 112. So we haven't played that many moves yet. Okay, 1 second. Let's see. I guess I'll just go here and then put the knight on c2 and knight on e3. What am I doing? I'm getting nervous for some reason. I'm getting really nervous that I'm gonna mess this up. Okay, just slow down. Okay, I've got 30 moves left to win this game. Let's go here. Let's go here, and then king c4. King a3, I have bishop c7. What am I doing? I actually am trying very hard to mess this up. Let's go here. Okay. This is bishop c7, king here. Okay, so if I go bishop c3, king a3. Yeah. Wait, bishop c3, king a3. King b5, yeah. My technique has not been wonderful in this game. I will say that at the end, especially. Let's go here. Let's go. I think all bishop moves work here. Just king c3. Okay, now I think for the final coup de grace, I'm just going to bring the knight around. We've played 30 moves unless my math is bad. Go here. King has to come up, and now it's checkmate. Go here. And now I just wait. And then I go check and mate. And checkmate. There we go, you guys. So that was actually a lot of fun playing against the mastermind. That final game, I was so worried that on this YouTube video I was going to mess it up and it would end up in a draw by 50 moves, but at the end of the day I was able to finish it. Much like a lot of the other bots I've played, for large parts of the game or large swaths of the game, it plays very, very solidly, but usually there's a moment of 1 or 2 moves where it messes up, and that's actually a very important factor when you look at these bots. They tend to make some mistakes at critical moments. So we get the win. That's 2 wins and 1 draw against the mastermind. This is one of the new bots on chess.com. If you guys are not subscribed to the channel, make sure that you smash that subscribe button below, and we'll be back with some more great YouTube videos in the very near future. Hope you guys enjoyed it and have a great rest of your day. See you guys soon. Bye.